and welcome to Indian Meditation Center. We have come here to Vijnana Bhairava Shiva Sutra Meditation 105. In truth, forms are inseparate. What do you mean by forms? See, you are there, you, nearly hundreds of people are there. Different forms you have taken. All these forms are inseparate. They are not separate. The boundaries may be different. The separation may be different. But they are inseparate. In truth, forms are inseparate. Forms are inseparate. Inseparate or omnipresent. So everything is related to everything. The universe is related to you. You are related to universe. Being and your own form, realize each made of this consciousness. What do you mean by consciousness? Anybody? See, consciousness means you are able to see your body. The body is functioning, right? You raise up your hand, you shake your leg. So the body is under your control. So you say, my body. So you are different from the body. There's one other thing called mind. You can stop thinking, okay, you can think about something, you can imagine something. So the mind is also under your control, right? So who is the person who is ordering all these things? So mind is not you, the body is not you. The third inner being is called the consciousness, the witness. You are witnessing by telling your leg to shake. You are witnessing by telling your mind to do certain work. They are accepting your orders. So that you, that I is the consciousness, right? So in truth, all the things in the planet are inseparate, they are connected. You, everybody is there. You look to be separate. You look to be, you have a boundary. But in truth, it is all interrelated, interconnected, intersubjective. Nothing is alone, right? For 1 minute you think there is a third world war. Everybody is dead. Nobody is in the earth. Only you are there, right? Imagine in the third world war happened here in this planet. Everybody is dead. Only you are alone. Nobody is there. Can you imagine? If you imagine you are alone, what happens? Even that imagination, it is very careful, right? Even there you need your family, your wife, your husband, your father or mother, son and daughter. Even alone, being alone, you cannot think of being alone. Suppose if you are being alone, what happened? You have different forms, right? One form is you think I am beautiful, or I am handsome, I am educated, I am uneducated, I am angry man, I am happy man, I am a sad man, I am educated, I am uneducated. So I am short, I am tall. So inside you, you have different forms. When nobody is there to relate, what happens? Everything goes on, the forms keep on disappearing, right? If nobody is there, will you be able to say I am handsome or beautiful? No. When nobody is there, can you say I am a good man or a bad man? No. When nobody is there, can you say you are ugly or beautiful? No. When nobody is there, the forms are getting disappearing. The forms go away. Then what happens? You find all the hundreds of forms you are forming in yourself, that all is in one, right? That is you. So when all the forms are getting disappeared, then what happens? You remain. And you are not alone. Everything is connected to each other. You are connected with other is connected with other is connected with other. So deep inside there is a connectivity between you and the other. There is no individual form. Outward shape may be different, but totally you are inseparate. So this particular sutra meditation told by Shiva to Parvati, you are not separate, you are interconnected, inseparate. The forms may be different, but you are interconnected. So here Jesus Christ, when he told, I and my Father in the heaven, I and my Father in the heaven are one. What do you mean by that? Jesus Christ has told, I and my Father in heaven are one. What do you mean by that? So the Jews took it as an offense. Who are the Jews? Jesus Christ was a Jew, right? He was born as a Jew. Then after that, what happens? As he was crucified, the followers of Jesus Christ are called Christians, right? So the Jews were offended because they thought it is blasphemy. What do you mean by blasphemy? Talking ill about certain religion. So they took it as an offense. How can he say that he is the Son of God? So what does Jesus mean by saying, I and my Father in heaven are one? In the sense that there is no separation. I and my Father in the heaven, the divine, are one. It is true. In the sense, the I, what he means, that I is all of the people, every eyes. Every eyes means what? All the people. So there is no difference between the people and the divine, that is the Father in the heaven, that is God. All are same. That's what he meant to say. But even the Christians and Jews, they misunderstood and they are mistaken by thinking that Jesus is saying about himself that he is the only Son of God. No. What he says is, I and my Father in heaven are one, in the sense that I is all the people in the earth, and there is no separation between you and the divine or divinity or the consciousness. So there is a joke like, in a three madmen, each one is saying, I am Christ, I am Christ, and I am Christ. So one psychoanalyst thought, okay, let me introduce all three of them. Let me make them to sit together and ask them to introduce themselves. Each one is saying, I am Christ. So it happened that three of them were brought. They were asked to sit in a room and introduce themselves. So one stood up and said, I am Christ. I am Jesus Christ. So other two laughed. Then second man came and he introduced, I am Christ. And the third man says, I am Christ. So this mad thing, then all other, when one is saying, I am Christ, the other two were mocking at him, joking at him. The same thing happened. So each is not ready to say that except the other is a Christ. So this is what happening in religion. In religion, for Hindus it is Lord Krishna, isn't it? Lord Rama. When you ask Christians about Lord Krishna, will you accept him as God? What do they say? No, no. Krishna is a good man. He is a warrior. He is a singer. He is a dancer. He is a fighter. Well, fine. He is a good man, but he is not God. Only Jesus Christ is God. This is what Christians say. Because only he is able to, the divine is able to penetrate into earth, and Jesus Christ was born. So Jesus Christ is a God, not, they won't accept whom as God? Lord Krishna as God or Lord Rama as God. When you ask Muslims, Islam, Mohammedans, will you accept Lord Rama as a God? They won't accept. They say Allah is the God. You ask Christians will say, you ask a Hindu, he says Jesus Christ God. No, not at all. It's only Rama as God, Krishna as God. Definitely it is not Jesus Christ or Allah as a God. So each thinking that what? Their God is the God. The problem here is everybody, all of you or the sons of divine, all the part of divine, all of them are, whether it is Jesus Christ or Allah or Rama or Krishna or A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, everybody are part of this divine. The source is the same. What is the source? The source is from the same cosmos or universal power, or what do you call, consciousness. So each one is connected. See, I am connected with the universe. If I am here alone, okay, or I am with everybody, what happens? I am having a connection with the universe. So universe gives me an energy, or the consciousness gives me an energy, and I get an energy from it. So it is also reciprocal. One other way also you can say, the entire universe also depends upon you. The divine depends upon you, and you depend upon the divine. So both are interconnected, and there is no separation. So this meditation says, even how many people are there in this world? 600 crore people. How many people? 600 crore people. And how many animals are there? Maybe once again 600 crores or 1000 crores. How many birds are there? Must be a lot. How many fish is there? Still a lot. So all these forms may be separate, but all of them are connected with the consciousness. See, once if I am able to understand everybody having the same consciousness, suppose if I think, okay, I am filled with consciousness, then I will have a ego power. When I think the same power in me you also have, then what will develop? Humbleness will develop. The power in you also is with me. The divine in you also is with me. The divine in with a Pakistani or American, it's also with me. So I am not inferior, and he is not superior, and he is not superior, and I am not inferior. So all the forms may be separated. Even an ant, it also has a consciousness. There is no separation between my consciousness and its consciousness. Both are connected with the consciousness. Both are the product of the divine. So I get my energy from the source, and it gets the energy from its source. So everybody equal. The forms may be different, but everybody are inseparate. Everybody are interrelated. Everything is interconnected. So intersubjectivity. So once you come to know about this understanding, then what will prevail upon you? The divine prevails. What the divine is in you, it is in with me. So the consideration for others. So when you are affected, I am affected. I am affected, you are affected. So the empathy grows. So the selfishness gets away, because whatever I have, you also have. Whatever you have, I have. When I suffer, you suffer. When you suffer, he suffers. So the entire consciousness is there in this planet. Even one human being is affected. One living being is affected. Then it affects the entire universe. It shakes. Once you understand that you are inseparate, everybody or everything is interconnected, there is no reason to be egotistic. Your mind goes off. With the broad-minded, then you can understand the feelings of others. Then you can be empathetical towards others. Then you can be compassionate towards others. You can be graceful to others. Life would be wonderful. There you won't think other as another. Other is a part of you. You won't think other animals are separate. It is also a part of you. So with this, then you can understand all the religion, all the caste, it's all caste, all are man-made, and nothing separation is there. All the nations, all the citizens, all the religion, all the caste, community, everything is man-made, and everything are interrelated. Whatever name you can give, whether you are a Hindu or Christian or Islam or Buddhist or Jain, whatever you can name, you can give. But in total, everything are interrelated. You cannot separate in whatever way you can. He may be a man or a woman, but the consciousness is the same. Whether he can be ugly or beautiful, the consciousness is same. Whether he is a rich or a poor, the consciousness is same. The divine is same. With this, close your eyes and just meditate. There is no separate forms. Everybody are same. Everybody are interrelated. Everybody are intersubjective. No separation is there whatsoever the form or shape it is. With this you understand entire consciousness is in every living being or non-living being also. So everything is a power of divine.